Welcome back to Steve Science Fitness. I'm Steven Christopher here to bring you another installment of Fitness Fridays. Now, in this segment, we're going to be going over pre-workout nutrition and pre-workout supplementation. Let's dive into the nutrition first. So, when it comes to pre-workout nutrition, the best thing you can do is have a pretty big pre-workout meal, an hour 15 minutes before you work out. Now, what this meal should consist of is around 80 to 120 grams of complex carbs. Now, if you don't know the difference between complex carbs and simple carbs are non-sugar based. Usually they're like in whole wheat pastas or breads or in rice. It's slow digesting carbs. Now, you want to get a lot of this, and there's some pros and cons to it. Now, the pros are it's going to give you a lot of natural energy in about an hour, and it's going to help you build a little bit more muscle, in my opinion. Now the cons is it's going to be a little bit less lean if you're trying to cut, because it's a very high carb meal, and it takes time to prepare. Not everyone prepares their food in advance, and people get lazy. Now let's go to pre-workout supplementation. Now when it comes to pre-workout supplementation, there's a complete opposite side of the spectrum. You have, for the pros and cons, it's a lot easier to take. It's a lot stronger, like stimulant wise. It's going to get you up, get you going, get the job done. Now, the only downfall or con to these are some people get addicted to them, or they think, oh, I have to take my pre-workout. In reality, you don't. You just think you do because you get really used to the great feeling that you get. Now, when it comes to pre-workout supplementation, there's two categories. You have stimulants and stimulant-free pre-workouts. Now let's go over a stimulant pre-workout. Now when you look at stimulants, you're going to be looking at four major ingredients. Now you're going to find caffeine, yohimbe, DMAA or geranium, or it goes under 1,3 is another famous name, and then black pepper extract is another famous one for cutting. Now these are going to do a variety of different things. Now the caffeine and the yohimbe are central nervous system stimulants, so they're going to get you up, wake you up, get you going. Now the black pepper is going to help heat up your body, help you burn a little bit extra calories during your workout, and the DMAA is a very, very powerful stimulant, but it's also a vasoconstrictor, so it's going to restrict your blood vessels a little bit. You won't be able to get as much of a pump, but you get a lot of focus from it. Now a few examples of this would be 1MR. 1MR, this is the first generation, came out probably about 2007. Great pre-workout. It's one that has all of that in there except the black pepper, and it phenomenal, gets the job done, but then again, you don't get as good of a pump, and it does get a little bit addicting. Now there's, on the other side of the spectrum, you get stimulant-free pre-workouts. What's in a stimulant-free pre-workout? You have something called nitric oxide, which goes under the famous name of NO3. Basically, it's a vasodilator, which a vasodilator takes your blood vessels and relaxes them so they can open up a little bit more and let more blood flow through them to give you more of that pump effect. Or if you see people get very vascular, which I can't do, it's going to help them, give them a better pump in the gym, help them lift a little bit more weight. Another stimulant-free supplement would be creatine. Now, creatine is going to go into your bloodstream and help you retain some water, which is going to help you create something called ATP, which is your muscle's currency for energy. And basically, it just helps. It's not energy you feel up here like caffeine. It's energy that's going to be straight from your muscles to push weight. And then you have beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is a very famous pre-workout ingredient. Now, what that's going to do is it's more of a long run than short run supplement. In the long run, it's going to help prevent lactic acid buildup. Now, in the short run, you're going to get this tingling feeling. You're going to feel like a crack addict. You're going to feel like little spiders are walking up and down your skin. But it only lasts about 3 to 5 minutes. Personally, I love it. And the last one is L-carnitine. L-carnitine is going to help you burn a little bit more fat. It's going to help you transport fats to get burnt easier. But this isn't something that's just going to transform your body. It's just a little bit extra push, gives you a little bit extra energy from the fat burning. Now, a few smart tips to be aware of is, one, always make sure that you stay hydrated. Now, you want to stay hydrated throughout the day. You don't want to just be taking in water while you work out. Make sure you drink about a gallon, a little over a gallon a day, especially if you're taking creatine. Try to get about a gallon or gallon and a half. And when it comes to caffeine content, you want to be careful. Now, a good measurement is about 100 milligrams of caffeine is the equivalent to a cup of very strong coffee. Now, I never suggest to start on anything above 200 milligrams of caffeine and never going above 400 milligrams of caffeine. That's just ridiculous. That's shenanigans. You don't need that. So make sure you be careful in that aspect. Now, if you ever have any questions, you could comment down in the comment section below or direct message me. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to you quickly. And don't forget, guys, live confident.